Good afternoon, good people. On this first day of spring equinox, outside in the yard, about to get some things going. I see some onions growing, and as you had seen earlier, we got a little greenhouse going here with some of the vegetables and some of the other things that are going to take place or going to be planted in the garden directly behind me. You can see some of the stuff that we grew last year is still here. You can see my grill back there and some of the other things. Uh, During this time of this COVID-19, you're going to get bored. You want to find some things to do. And considering this the first day of spring, why not start your garden and prepare for the season ahead? Again, one of the things that's going to help you stay healthy and have a good immune system is, say, having good eating. And I'm looking at the temperature, and it's a cool, I don't know if you can see that, 41 degrees. Of course, the weather is not going to do nothing but get better as the season progresses. So why not spend some time outside in the yard? No one's out here. It's just you. I mean, I'm depending on the size of your family, to determine on how much space you have to be able to get around. But looking at the things that I see is going on in my yard, it's like you have plenty to do during this time while they're trying to figure out what it is that they're going to do with this virus. Talking about the spring equinox, if you're familiar with what it's like, it is the celestial equator lining up directly with the sun. We'll share an image of what the celestial equator looks like, and in that lining up, it's the change of the season. Now today's date is March 19th, and typically the equinoxes and the solstices are either on the 20th, 21st, or sometimes the 22nd. And the reason why this particular season is starting on the 19th, because 2020 is a leap year. And because it's a leap year, the 19th is the 20th day because February had 29 days. And because it had 29 days, today is indeed the first day of the spring equinox. The good thing about the spring equinox, all winter long, the winter season has been changing the soil and making it conducive for growing. And so now is the time that it's ready. And because it's ready, it's a good time to start doing what is necessary so that you can prepare to make the changes necessary that you need to make, because things like diseases, bacteria, parasites, viruses, or anything that make you feel ill is usually coming from the body not having what it needs in order to be able to do what is necessary or for you to live the way that you're supposed to. So it's a good idea that now you make those changes so that you become more proactive than reactive than many of us have during this time when we found out that we were going to be isolated in our homes to avoid contact with individuals or people who may be suffering from this COVID-19. So in eating the way that you're supposed to and living a life that you're supposed to, not only would it be able to protect you from this COVID-19, but we also have 5G that's coming, which is also going to challenge you in ways that you may not be aware, where it's going to test whether or not you can handle the changes in the atmosphere, like your oxygen levels and your ability to be able to handle electromagnetic smog, or electrosmog as they call it, with the Wi-Fi, with your cell phone service. And if you have cordless phones, you're also going to be exposed to those types of frequencies as well. And the best way to be able to protect yourself is to be able to make sure that you keep your body in shape, getting the proper rest, making sure that you're eating right, as well as some of the other tips I've given regarding things like fasting and eating certain herbs and fruits and vegetables. One I have mentioned, of course, that I like to take myself is moringa, and something I recently started taking was spirulina. So I'm just sending you this video in celebration of the spring equinox, hoping everyone take advantage of this time to maybe again get out in your house. If you can't come out in your yard, go out on your porch, depending on where you live. Maybe you have a patio, but whatever it is you may do, make sure you get an opportunity to enjoy some fresh air, breathe it in, relax, be mindful, don't stress, don't have any anxiety, and be able to live how it is that you normally do in spite of what's going on. But of course, be careful, because you never know what it is that you're going to come in contact with when you step out your door. This is the Energized Coach coming to you, talking to you about the spring equinox, hoping that every last one of you get an opportunity to enjoy the beginning of a great season. Get out, smell the flowers, and do what is necessary to live this nice, wonderful life that you have. Do not take what you have for granted, even the very oxygen that you breathe. I love y'all. Peace.